for that dog shit pick. What the fuck were we thinking? What the fuck were you thinking? Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Jimnasium. As always, it is me, XFL Jim.
I don't know. There's just a lot of trying after play. We're trying to make some stuff happen, and they're doing a little extra pushing and shoving. We're trying to get our fucking job done.
As always, I am joined by the man himself. It is Chase Lupine Fiasco Sessoms, a.k.a. the Wolf of Oaklawn.
You want it? I'm going to give it to you right now.
And we're going to give you some great takes, some fun commentary, and an absolute blast of a show. Are you ready, Chase?
Let's get after it.
You feeling yourself? You had a nice, fun weekend last time going to Silver Dollar City?
Yeah. I had a good time with the kids and fam. Kiddie rides on a bunch of gummies.
How big of a theme park? I've never been. I've been to Branson once. How big is Silver Dollar City?
I mean, it's not huge, but it's decent size for a theme park, I'd say.
Is it like they weren't doing Halloween themed anymore? I would imagine.
No, it's moved on to Christmas. By November 2nd, it is Christmas at Silver Dollar City. So there were like carolers and like Christmas treats and all sorts of. We saw a Christmas parade, and it's weird trying to get into it before Thanksgiving.
I was gonna does nobody celebrate Thanksgiving anymore? Are we just, as a society? I feel like Thanksgiving is the most overlooked and downtrodden of holidays, and not just Thanksgiving. Black Friday used to be great.
Yeah, we used to have great football on Black Friday.
We used to have great football. We used to almost die when we would go into a Walmart.
True.
And I feel like as society has gotten worse and worse throughout the years, Black Friday was a big tell.
Yeah. Really, there's a good social barometer there, Jim. The Black Friday and how close you are to death.
Well, it was just, I remember when I was in middle school and early on, and even in high school, that there would be people camped out days before at Best Buy or the mall or certain stores for like the big drops. And then every store is just like, oh, we're doing Black Friday 2 days early, or we're doing Black Friday a week early. And now it's like the entire month of November is the Black Friday sale, so there's no real sale. And I remember Black Friday, there was legit sales. Like I would go get like a DVD player for like $15, $25, it felt like.
Yeah. And now so many people shop online for Black Friday too.
That too. We used to be a society.
A society of pandemonium for $15 DVD players.
And I want to go back. I want to go back so bad.
Why not?
Also, I just want to say, as a podcast, as a gymnasium, as a garage, as a man, shout out and RIP to Chad Kelly. Broke his ankle in the CFL Eastern Conference Finals versus Montreal. It was actually kind of brutal to watch. You knew it. It didn't look bad. But you knew it immediately on his face. Like he falls, he like is on the ground and he's like grabbing his leg, and just and he like takes his helmet off and he's just like shocked. There's an offensive lineman right in front of him that just like starts like going down onto the ground crying. It was a brutal scene because they don't really have like Nick Arbuckle's a guy. He is a guy. He's not a Grey Cup winning guy.
Yeah, and you're going against those Winnipeg Blue Bombers, man.
On the precipice of a dynasty.
Could be a dynasty. The upside for Chad Kelly is how much time is he going to have to work on his rhymes now?
You know what? If we get a Chad Kelly rap album out of this, call that a win.
It was worth it.
We never officially disavowed Chad Kelly?
Never. He's Chad Kelly.
He is Chad Kelly. I mean, you take the Chad with the Kelly.
You can't separate the Chad from the Kelly.
You cannot. It is not possible.
Yep.
The last note I had here before we get into our recap and everything, I was looking up some stuff. What even is kicking in like football anymore?
I don't know. The shit is ridiculous. Either people the one of the handful of good kickers that walks the planet is just like bombing 60-yarders, but like everyone else is just missing like crazy.
But I feel like in the NFL, it's like it's half the kickers are like making like 50-yarders at least.
Seems like but still, like you had people who were just missing all weekend. Weekend, no matter the distance, they were just chunking it.
Also, shout out 4 UFL kickers getting time this week,
dude.
Sunday.
Because John Parker Romo just got his time. He won the game for the damn Vikings.
Yes, he did.
Bates won the game for the Lions. Epic.
It's a good time to be a UFL kicker fan. It's a good time.
It is. Yeah, it is.
But also, I was watching, again, I get nostalgic. I'm a Nebraska fan. It happens. I was watching some old footage of like Nebraska versus Colorado back in, I think, like 2008, 2009. We had Alex Henry. And people were going nuts. Like, I remember him when I was little. It was like, this guy is a great kicker because he can hit like a 45-yard kick.
Right.
And now I feel like that's just, you're supposed to be automatic. It feels like from anything 50 in.
Seems like it. The distances are getting crazy, though. Like, just the overall like reach that some of these guys have.
How long was that Jake Bates kick yesterday?
The one that won it?
Yeah.
I think it was only like 50-something.
But that's what I'm saying. Only 50-something.
Only 50-something, yeah. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Compared to him booming 60-yarders, though.
Also true. 52-yarder.
Yeah.
I remember, everyone, he was a bricklayer just this year. And an Arkansas kickoff specialist, Woo Pig Suey. Yeah. The UFL does very special things. And then moving our sights to college football. Shout out Kent State for, I guess, firing your head coach.
Oh, did Kent State fire their head coach?
Sorry, not Kent State. Kennesaw State.
Kennesaw State. Yeah.
Kennesaw State.
How do you not give that dude more time?
It's your first year in the FBS. He brought you up. You guys were doing great in the FCS with him. You expect this to happen. Like, look at Sam Houston State.
Yeah, look at what they did in year 2. Like, compared to, they had just as bad of a year 1, if not, just as bad.
Yeah, they had just as bad of a year 1, and now look, they're killing it right now, competing in the conference. I don't understand how you don't give him another year.
I don't either.
He's probably going to find a job pretty quickly, I would imagine.
I would guess so.
And also, Nebraska's got a new offensive coordinator, baby.
And he wants to put you in a sweet 1990s Toyota Tercel.
I should have guessed, but didn't realize. Apparently, he's also like rumored to be like just a complete degenerate.
That's awesome.
Yeah, like hitting the bars like crazy, gambling like a fiend.
Love
like
it.
Hitting the tables. Which is perfect for Lincoln because Lincoln just opened up a bunch more table games at their new casino.
There you go. So, that's probably why he wanted out of Houston. No casinos down there.
We got old Dana Holgorsen calling the plays. Chase, now this is going to be interesting for us. We don't really care about the AP Top 25 anymore. We have the playoff Top 25 comes out literally the day after we record this live.
Yeah.
Before we get into what we're doing now is our top 12, the Garage's top 12, the Jimnasium top 12.
Are we doing it the playoff way where we're given like a conference?
Nope.
Champion?
These are our top 12 teams.
Oof. Okay.
These are our top.
This is tough.
12 teams. Would you want to do it like the playoff way? Would that make it easier?
That might make it a little bit easier.
Let's do it that way then. So 4 highest conference champions, and then so we're doing a little bit of predicting here. So 4 highest conference champions, and then 1 group of 5, and then 7 at large. I did want your take. I don't know if you saw any initial reaction to like the initial college football playoff top 25, because I had 2 takes on it.
Really no. It just, we'll have to see where it goes next week. I think like this just gives you like a pretty good little baseline as to what to expect for the rest of the year. And now everything just kind of plays off of this baseline. So I'm more interested in. I'm going to be more shocked seeing how things moved versus how it initially stacked up.
I'm excited to see how that is. Eric chiming in. BYU getting that Miami treatment from the Big 12. That was a defensive holding. And also, yes, the potential chaos of the SEC is crazy. Yep. We talked about this a few weeks ago, but the potential for like 5 teams basically to finish 10-2, or like 4 teams to finish 10-2 in the SEC.
It's still a chance. You still have a chance for like a 5-way tie for second place in the SEC, unless Texas drops a game. Then you have like a 6-way tie. It's insane.
They better. That would be something. Wouldn't that be something?
Wouldn't that be something?
Okay, Chase, do you want to start at the bottom or the top?
Let's go with the top.
Okay,
let's go.
At number 1, who do we'll alternate here. So I'll let you do the odd numbers. I'll do the even numbers.
At number 1, I'm gonna go Oregon.
We're gonna have to put Oregon here. Eric says, would it be a holding if you didn't have a BYU future? I don't have a BYU future, and it was a holding.
I
love this team. You know what? I'm going to say it right now. I'm never wrong. I'm just early. I was early on BYU. Last year, I had them like doing some damage. I was just early.
There we go.
At number 2, Chase, this is tough. Okay, number 1 was the easy one. Number 2, it gets a little tricky. I'm going to do it. Indiana, number 2.
Okay. As an undefeated conference champ, you think?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the Kansas. Well, no, they can't be because, damn it, you're right. Number 2, we're going to go, I'm going to gross myself out. Number 2, I'm going to go actually Alabama.
Alabama, really? I think
they
win the conference championship.
I think they do win the SEC. Eric's calling BYU losing to Kansas on Saturday, by the way. Who do you have at number 3?
Okay, so Oregon, Alabama are taken. All right, so that leaves
the Big 12 and the ACC.
Yeah, so I'm going to go SMU.
Oh, I like it. I like it a lot. Yes. And at number 4, I'm going BYU. I'm doing it. Give me them Mormons. Number 5, Chase.
Number 5. So these are on to at-large.
Yeah, we're on to the at-large. You can include a group of 5 at any point here. They don't have to be number 12.
Okay. At number 5, I'm going to go Ohio State.
At number 6, I'm going to go Indiana. I got to get them in there as soon as possible.
At number 7, I am going to go Texas.
I'm going to go Texas here at 7. At 8. Ooh. In this scenario, I would have to have Tennessee dropping another game.
And it would be in the SEC championship game, more than likely.
Yeah, probably.
Or that or to Georgia this weekend.
Yes. Eric says, did you see the Ewers Snapchat? No, I did not. At number 8, okay. This is where people are going to get mad. This is 8. God damn it! I really don't want to put it. I don't want to put Penn State here.
Kind of have to though.
They're gonna have to.
The Big Ten's gonna have so many teams.
Their only loss is gonna be to Ohio State.
Yeah.
Who do you have at 9?
Um, let's see who is left. Who do we have now?
We have right now, just to reiterate, Oregon, Alabama, SMU, BYU, Ohio State, Indiana, Texas, Penn State. We gotta get another SEC team in there somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. I'm gonna go Tennessee.
You're gonna go Tennessee.
Yeah.
At 10, I'm gonna go Boise State.
Okay.
Yep, I'm thinking they're just.
Then at 11, I'm gonna go Army.
Oh, two? You think
Yeah.
two of them get in there?
Call them a shot.
I hope so. At number 12, we're rooting for pure chaos, Chase. I'm going to say that Pitt gets in.
Pitt. Okay.
Yeah.
They're still in the hunt, technically.
Technically, especially with Miami losing. Oh, I didn't.
Yeah,
Pitt just lost too, didn't they?
They lost to Virginia.
Yeah, never mind. Get Pitt out of there. I'm gonna go. Sure, Eric. We'll put Notre Dame at 12. Whatever.
Yeah, that's kind of the obvious one that we missed.
Whatever. Other ones that will probably be that like you could consider, like if Texas A&M keeps going on a run. Ole Miss.
Ole Miss still in the hunt.
Ole Miss very much still in the hunt.
Yeah.
Not really. There's really only in the Big Ten. It's really Oregon, Ohio State, Indiana, Penn State.
Yeah, I think all four of them could easily.
I think
make
all
it.
four of them probably get in.
Yeah.
No one else in the SEC. I don't see if Georgia loses to Tennessee. I don't think Georgia's getting in.
Yeah, it should be a bounce back spot for Georgia, but I still think I'm not sure if they beat Tennessee. I don't
The
think
Tennessee
they do.
defense could do some damage.
Against what is a weak offensive line for Georgia.
I'm on my take right now is that we can talk about when we get to the recaps, but Georgia laying 9.
That's way too many.
I just think Alabama right now is on like a comeback thing where it's offense. The offense is killing it right now. They're doing great. And I just think they're going to keep that momentum going.
Yeah.
Chase, looking back at the week of college football that was, going all the way back to Tuesday, because remember, folks, this was the start of action.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bowling Green 23, Central Michigan 13. Central Michigan got the cover, but still.
But still, do we quietly have to be talking about Bowling Green?
I think Bowling Green's probably, like, I had it coming into full-on MAC play. I think Bowling Green's probably the best team in the MAC. Like, NIU has that win over Notre Dame, but Bowling Green, 2 games played close against legit P4 teams.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Good win for Bowling Green.
Great win for Bowling Green. Miami of Ohio, 27. Ball State, 21. Miami's looking a little... Because Ball State's not that good.
No, Miami, Ohio is struggling.
They're, like, fine. They're fine. Eric's correct. Western Michigan, Bowling Green tomorrow. Banger Tuesday night MAC game.
Mm-hmm.
Banger. NIU 42, Western Michigan 28.
Tough week for us. Tough week for us directional Mish fans.
It was. This was a blowout of crazy. Like, this is... NIU had been on a little bit of a downward slide. Western Michigan poised to be, like, the best team in the MAC. Of course, it was bound to happen. It was fate.
Yeah.
Also, I'm looking at the standings right now, Chase. 4 4-1 teams in the MAC. Bowling Green, Miami of Ohio, Western Michigan, and Ohio.
I'm here for it. Sign me up. Love seeing it.
I want it so bad. Ohio 41. Speaking of which, Ohio 41, Kent State 0. Officially stamping Kent State as the worst team in college football.
I think that's fair. I jury probably not still out there. I think that's pretty well fair to say.
Because these games have not been competitive. They're going to go over. Shout out Kennesaw State for getting that one win, but Kent State, you're not. I just don't see it happening.
Yep.
Thursday, ECU 49, Florida Atlantic, FAU 14.
Hey,
Tom
ECU's
Herman.
ECU's the most improved team in the country, and they finally showed it.
Interim bump.
Interim bump.
Coastal 38, App State 24. I talked about this on the college football tailgate. Coastal's trying to make me like Tim Beck as a coach and as a person. And you know what? It's working. This team is fun. I watched all their pregame stuff going on. They had a lightsaber battle between their mascot, Darth Vader, with motorcycles driving around.
That's awesome. Was he like? Doesn't he have his own like jet ski thing too?
Yes.
Yeah, that's kicks ass. That's pretty
I
good.
love this Coastal team. And they stormed the field. Always fun. Friday, we had Cal 46, Wake Forest 36. Let's go, Cal.
Come on, Calgorithm. Get it done.
They were struggling in conference, and I understand their pain because a lot of their games, one-score losses. It hurts.
Yep.
Memphis 27, Rice 20. Can't Memphis.
Can't. I don't know what to think about Rice because they've actually shown that they've got some fight in them, but it just depends on when they have fight, and sometimes they don't have enough fight to win. They're confounding. They're a confounding Rice team.
They're a very confusing team. Also, Memphis just does this, it seems like, consistently. They're always poised. They're always like preseason projected to be a top team in their conference, and they just let teams hang around all the time.
Yep.
UCLA 20, Iowa 17. I don't feel as bad about losing to UCLA now.
Look out for UCLA. UCLA has shown some pluck.
They're a tough out. They're feisty, and feisty is just enough to get Iowa. When will Iowa get a quarterback that's worth anything?
I don't know. It's at this point, like Kirk Ferentz is just like QB repellent at this point, right?
When was the last time Iowa had a good quarterback? Like Nate Stanley?
CJ Beathard.
No, you're reaching for that.
Yeah.
New Mexico 21, San Diego State 16. Shout out New Mexico.
Shout out New Mexico. Way to get it done.
To Saturday, Chase. Ohio State 45, Purdue 0.
Just Purdue don't even show up to the game there. I mean, Oregon did what they're supposed to do. Purdue's bad.
Purdue's the worst team in the Big Ten easily, and this is not your daddy's Purdue. This is not the Purdue that could like get up and feistily make this a close game. They are not.
No, they're not.
Texas 49, Florida 17.
Quinn Ewers went bananas. 5 tutters. Arch Manning got some play even. Florida just, what can you say? They're starting some like freshman quarterback. DJ Lagway's injured. Whatever Mertz is doing, and Florida just looks terrible. Good win for Texas, though.
Big win for Texas. The Florida schools, sans Miami, they probably just quit.
So, did you know that if Miami loses, that this weekend, every single FCS, FBS, and NFL team in Miami will have gone unvictorious, 0-12.
If they what?
If the Dolphins lose, then every team in Florida in FCS, FBS, and the NFL will have lost this weekend.
Okay, as much as a Dolphins fan as I am, I kind of want that to happen.
Kind of want to see that happen, right?
Kind of want to see that happen. Also, don't look now. Miami went from first of the conference to third.
Man, that's a big drop.
There's one team in the ACC undefeated in conference play, SMU.
SMU. And that BYU loss looks better and better each week.
You know who's right there, though? Disgustingly. And I don't want to see them. It's Clemson. They're just right there. They're right there.
Someone else is gonna get Clemson. Don't worry.
They better. Georgia Tech 28, Miami 23.
It was only a matter of time.
Back, baby.
Haynes King is back. It was only a matter of time. We knew it was only a matter of time until Miami went down.
I remember previewing this one. I was like, what's the situation on Haynes King? I heard game time decision. I did not bet it. But I was like, Haynes King is in. Miami likes to play with their foot. Miami has been in close games. every single week.
Yeah.
It was
Coming
only a
back
matter
from
of time.
double digits in the second half multiple times.
Shout out Mario Cristobal. Boston College 37, Syracuse 31. God damn it, Syracuse.
I know. I was on the Syracuse money line there. Who saw this game turning into a shootout? Because I didn't.
I did not either. But damn it, Syracuse. I'm pissed. This is one you should have had. West Virginia 31, Cincinnati 24. Right when West Virginia, I feel, is like starting to get out of it and get low. They pull out a win like this against a plucky, decent Cincinnati team.
Yeah, they've got a pretty good matchup at home this week, too, with Baylor.
Navy 28, USF 7. Good bounce back for Navy here.
Yeah, great bounce back. I would like to see them finish close to the top 25 when everything is all said and done.
I would too, for a very exciting Army-Navy game. Texas State 38, ULM 17. The ULM Magic Train, I believe, has stopped at its last station.
I don't know. They got Auburn next week. Kind of like ULM in that spot.
Look ahead spot to Auburn for ULM here.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm rooting for it. I just don't know if I see it. Marshall 37, Southern Miss 3. Whatever. Who cares? Southern Miss this year. Blah. Duke 29, NC State 19. NC State, dude. What a. Oh.
Wasn't NC State favored in this game?
Yeah.
Dude, just wrong. This one looked like a wrong team favorite, and I don't know why I didn't play it. I think because the line seemed so fishy because NC State was such a big favorite in this game over Duke. Good for Duke.
This is Eric's top 12 just for everyone. Oregon, Bama, SMU/Miami, who cares? Colorado, Ohio State, Texas, Penn State, Ole Miss, Indiana, Georgia, Texas A&M, Boise State.
All right.
I'd put Boise State ahead of Texas A&M.
But they automatically get that 12th spot, don't they?
No, that's not necessarily.
If they
12.
can finish higher.
They can finish anywhere. Because, like, theoretically, it probably won't happen, but theoretically, say, like, you get a 3-loss Big 12 champion.
Yeah.
Boise State could theoretically be ranked ahead of them.
Okay.
And then Boise State gets the bye.
Because they would be the higher ranked
conference champion. Like, they don't have to be ranked 12. They can be ranked anywhere.
Gotcha.
Army 14, North Texas 3.
Good bounce back, or good having Bryson Daly back for Army. This was supposed to be a score fest, and it ended up a slugfest. And I mean, Army's handling their business, just pushing towards a big showdown with Notre Dame.
The whole way I approached this game was like, if the over hits, North Texas wins. If the under hits, Army wins.
I kind of thought that same thing.
And the under hit by a mile.
By a long ways.
Army, I believe, had like a 9-minute drive in this one.
Just good old Army football, man.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Eric, go ahead and gloat. Kansas 45, Iowa State 36. He called this one. Kansas is dangerous right now. They're playing with nothing to lose.
They're one of the better rushing teams in the country.
They're feisty. The Jayhawks will get you. And they play in a weird... They're playing in an NFL stadium, so...
That's true. They are what? They're in Arrowhead?
They're in Arrowhead, and then also like the soccer field, I think, over there.
Oh, the Kansas City MLS stadium?
Yeah, they switch. Clemson at 24, Virginia Tech 14.
Clemson is on the ropes, I think.
This is Clemson's best win now, right?
Yeah, hands down.
I mean, good win for them. Good bounce back after getting the L last week. I have no faith.
Someone else is gonna get them. They're gonna get got again.
Ole Miss 28, Georgia 10. They finally did it. Ole Miss finally broke through and beat one of the big dogs.
Yeah, and Carson Beck was fucking awful.
He stinks.
He's bad. He just can't seem to throw the ball to the right team. I didn't know he was dating one of the Cavender twins.
I also did not know that until, yeah.
Yeah, so I can understand homie being distracted a little bit.
They also, it just feels like this Georgia team doesn't have those dominating weapons like the safety net guys that they've had years prior.
No, and their offensive line, they used to dominate with their offensive line, and they can't really do it right now.
Yeah, I have Georgia missing the playoffs.
If they drop this game to Tennessee, they're done.
Yeah, that has to be it. Indiana 20, Michigan 15. Let's go Hoosiers. Officially, are we on the Hoosiers side?
Oh, absolutely, 100% on the Hoosier train. Yeah, I thought that this could be a spot where Indiana trips up because they're still playing against Big Brother, if you will, like still Big Brother. And I think that's why they don't cover. Why they don't cover a 14-point spread is because they got a little bit of the little brother factor going into that game.
Was this their first not cover of the season?
I think so.
I think so. Still though, always Team Indiana. What's the rest of their schedule look like?
They got Ohio State next week.
Yes, Ohio State. So they have a bye this week, and then they have Ohio State next week, and then they finish the season with Purdue. Indiana's going to the playoffs.
Yeah, they are.
Indiana's probably going 11-1 at worst.
Yeah.
Indiana's going to the playoffs. And
if you're them, do you want to miss the Big Ten championship game?
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like almost every team. If I'm a fan of a team, I would almost rather my team miss the conference championship.
Right.
And get that home play. I'd rather have you get the bye, which is something. But I look at it this way. You don't get the bye of the playoffs, but you get a bye anyway by not playing in the conference championship game.
Right.
So you get the bye there. You just get an earlier bye, and you get legit home field advantage,
which would be electric.
Dude, Indiana would be crazy for a playoff game.
Yeah, it would.
What? Okay. I'm trying to think for an actual home field playoff game. Tennessee would be kind of nuts.
Tennessee would be bonkers.
Tennessee would be bonkers for a home playoff game.
I think if it was like snowing Penn State.
Penn State would be crazy. Ohio State, same thing. If they somehow got it. Indiana, of course, just the people there will go crazy.
Yeah.
Alabama, probably.
They probably go nuts for that, yeah.
I bet, okay. Eric says Ole Miss. Home playoff game in Ole Miss.
Pretty wild. Yeah.
So they probably won't get in otherwise. They probably have to win their conference. Colorado, I think, would be kind of nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
They would know how to handle themselves.
No. It'd be insane. Also, if somehow they make the conference championship undefeated and lose that, they probably maybe host a game. BYU hosting a playoff game. The environment there is like always crazy.
70,000 people, no one cussing at you.
Yes, it's more unsettling almost.
Yeah.
Speaking of Colorado 41, Texas Tech 27.
Colorado's gonna fuck around and win the Big 12, dude.
I know. So what? Colorado, who do they have left on their schedule that's worth anything? They get Utah at home this week.
Yep.
They could trip up to Kansas. Like, Kansas is their best shot. They play at Kansas, and they host Oklahoma State. And Oklahoma State stinks.
True.
But also, what's Oklahoma State's record right now? Oklahoma State is 3-7. This is the first time this has to be the first time Gundy's missed a bowl in how long?
I want to say that stretch is less long than you would expect, but I can't prove it.
I'll look it up while we keep doing this. Tulane 52, Temple 6. Temple sucks.
and Tulane is really good and just housing people right now.
South Carolina 28, Vanderbilt 7.
Unfortunate. I think we were all on Vandy in this one. That South Carolina front seven is just nasty.
They are. It's sensual watching those boys play. It is. It's art. Those guys are so good, dude. They're so damn good. UTEP 43, Kennesaw State 35. I don't know. I mean, you lose to UTEP, you get fired, I guess.
That's amazing that UTEP can put that much of a stink on you, that you at Kennesaw State, your first year in FBS, can get fired after that loss.
Your Jacksonville State 44, La Tech 37. Watch out for Jayville State to fuck around and win the CUSA here.
I think they definitely could. How many have they won straight now? 6?
Yeah, they're on a crazy tear. I'm trying to see.
I gotta wonder when Rich Rod is gonna start picking up chatter for a bigger job.
So I'm looking it up right here for Oklahoma State Bulls chase.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Gundy joins in 2005. He's been coaching at Oklahoma State since 2005. So that's actually kind of nuts. So Independence Bowl 2006, December 28, 2006. So he misses a bowl his first year. Makes one his second, third, fourth. So he didn't make one in... No, okay. Sorry. Year 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He's never not made a bowl game since his first year.
Oh, wow. Might be time to be done with Mike Gundy.
Might be time. Also, Eric says, did you see Diego Pavia's mom? Of course. Of course. Western Kentucky 41, New Mexico State 28. Talk about teams to win the CUSA potentially. It's going to come down to Western Kentucky, Jayville State probably.
I think you're probably right because Liberty's already played themselves out of it.
Yeah, definitely. Louisiana 55, Arkansas State 19. That basically settles the Sun Belt West, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Ouch.
Louisiana's
Arkansas State.
Louisiana apparently is just a little bit of a wagon. I didn't expect them to put it on Arkansas State like that.
Also, I mean, we're coming to the end of the season, so probably not. Probably not, but anything can happen. Couple losses for Army, couple losses for Boise State. Louisiana's right there for the playoff spot.
That would come out of nowhere.
8-1.
All right.
8-1, baby. Watch out. That's all I'm going to say. Notre Dame 52, Florida State 3.
And everybody got fired in Tallahassee except for Mike Norvell.
Clayton House there. Again, show me a team with more quit, and I'm going to call you a liar.
Yeah, they're done. They gave up games ago.
Florida, months ago, potentially.
Yeah.
Florida State has more quit in them than any team I've ever seen.
Absolutely.
Tennessee 33, Mississippi State 14. You'd expect a bigger blowout, honestly.
Yeah, but Nico didn't play most of the second half.
Also true. Oregon 39, Maryland 18.
Yeah, you just kind of had to figure this was going to happen. Yeah, I think there might be a change coming in Maryland pretty soon, too.
Maybe. I think they give him... I think he might be going into next year. He just recruits so well, so you never... I don't know. You can always argue that. But the new Big Ten situation, I feel like a lot of programs have seen what Kurt Cignetti is doing at Indiana in literally year one, and that's going to get a lot of people fired.
Yeah, I think so, too.
Alabama 42, LSU 13.
Damn. Just damn.
Don't bring out a fake Mike the Tiger.
Don't bring out a fake Mike the Tiger. Don't let Jalen Milroe run for 200 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Do they fire Brian Kelly? Are they?
No, I don't think they do.
Hot seat though?
if they go undefeated the rest of the season, they finish 9-3, go to a decent bowl game, barely miss the playoff. I don't think that he's fireable, but another year of not making the playoff, then the chatter is going to be really real.
Yeah, especially I feel like since it's Brian Kelly, everyone kind of understands. It's like, yeah, it's fine. It's Brian Kelly. You can fire him.
I don't understand why LSU hired someone who his entire career has gotten absolutely owned by Alabama.
Yeah, that's his biggest MO. Like, he's won a lot of games, yeah. But every time you see him on the biggest stage, they're getting ass blasted by Alabama.
Yeah.
Every time. Missouri 30, Oklahoma 23.
You listen to Eli Drinkowitz out this, and he says that they're still a playoff contender, the apple-faced fucking goon.
He kind of has to, and I guess at 7-2, technically, please, Chase, please beat. I mean, they'll probably lose to South Carolina this week, and then that conversation's just done.
Yeah.
Thankfully. But if they don't somehow and pull that out, you guys are the last stand between a 10-2 Missouri and playoff arguments in peace.
That's a whole lot riding on our shoulders there.
The good news is hopefully you'll be playing without pressure because it's the last game of the season. You already have bowl game locked up.
I mean, La Tech showed some fight in their game.
La Tech did show some fight. I personally, I would prefer Arkansas with a lot of the not the pressure of making a bowl game to ride on the last game of the season.
Yeah, that would be
that'd be very stressful.
That would be very stressful.
But I'm rooting for it. Also, Oklahoma, what are you doing? What are we doing here?
They don't have anybody. Everyone's hurt.
When was the last time Oklahoma didn't make a bowl game?
That's been a hot minute.
Like pre-Stoops era?
Yeah.
The 90s when they were bad?
Yeah.
Well, they're at 5 and they're sitting right now, Chase. They got 5 wins.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they've got another one.
You know who they're playing the next 2 weeks?
Who are they playing?
It's Alabama and LSU.
I'm not sure if they got another one in them.
I'm not sure they do either. That's rough. That's rough, Oklahoma. Penn State 35, Washington 6. I can't. Penn State plays again. We changed the Big Ten. We opened it up. Penn State at most plays like a 1 to 2 game regular season.
You know that the 3 top Big Ten teams who are in the top 5 right now have a combined 1 win against ranked teams, I think.
Yeah.
And that's Oregon beating Ohio State.
Yeah. They should have too because Ohio State beat Penn State.
That's true. Yeah, that's right.
But I feel like, again, I've said it before. We know the location on any sort of ranking. Penn State is the team that we have locked in the most. We know exactly where Penn State is every season. You can nail them with the preseason ranking. 7 to 10. That is the Penn State bread and butter. They beat every single team they're supposed to beat, and they lose to every team that is better than them.
Yeah, every team they're supposed to lose to, they end up taking the L.
Every single time. The good news for Penn State is you play Minnesota, Purdue, and Maryland.
There we go. Don't fuck up.
Don't fuck up. Minnesota is the scary one there. And
yeah, they're the ones that got a little bit of heat behind them.
They're feisty right now. They're playing better. Like Fleck has them playing better throughout the end of the season here. But it's just we constantly know. Boise State 28, Nevada 21.
I don't think that this game was actually that close, but they need to. I think every game is going to start getting tighter and tighter for Boise State as the pressure starts to grow.
Yeah, probably start trying to there's a lot of pressure right there. It's sucks. And this Nevada team we saw early on, we've been saying it throughout the season, Nevada's feisty.
Yeah.
Very feisty. TCU 38, Oklahoma State 13, and that knocks Oklahoma State out of a bowl game. And this is not a good TCU team.
No, they're not. It's just a battle of two terrible Big 12 teams.
Yes. Virginia 24, Pitt 19. Pitt pitted. This is a classic Pitt.
Yep, you got an injured Eli Holstein.
It sucks. Somehow, Chase, there's an outside shot for your Louisville Cardinals to make the ACC championship game. Very outside.
Very outside, but they are still in the mix.
UNLV 29, Hawaii 27. Just wanted to say, it was weird watching a Hawaii game like as early as it was. But also, the boys did the damn thing.
And Barry Odom got a cool pineapple trophy for it.
Yes, he did. BYU 22, Utah 21.
It was a holding. It was a holding.
It was.
Like, I don't, dude. Like, they fined that athletic director $40,000, and I feel like after, like, he was really in the heat of the moment. I think after he saw some replays, he probably figured that was the worst $40,000 that he's ever spent.
Probably. It was definitely a holding. Also, all-time, like, best uniform matchup of the week, hands down. The super blue on super red was sexy to look at. And I'll say it, BYU plays nothing but instant classics this year.
It's true. They remind me a little bit of like TCU a couple years ago.
More than any other team, they remind me of that 2022 TCU team.
Yeah, they were just horseshoe up ass.
And I'm rooting for it the entire way.
Yep.
I don't know if I want them to make the national championship because so far, 2 years in a row of these teams having horseshoes up their ass and being good, once they make the championship game, the horseshoe disappears.
They just get absolutely destroyed. Yeah.
So I don't know if I'm rooting them to obviously do some damage and make some fun in the playoff. The dream scenario for chaos would be BYU to go undefeated and then lose the Big 12 in that game. So then you'd have to be like, okay, 11-1 BYU. Actually, at that point, it'd be 12-1 BYU. The Big 12 champion, let's say Colorado. And then you have like SMU in the ACC winning that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then all the chaos in the SEC and the Big 10. Who gets left out?
Man, it's amazing that we've expanded to 12 teams and then someone's still definitely going to get left out.
And be very mad.
I think that BYU would get left out. Like they don't want to respect BYU like at all. Like you can tell in their ranking the fact that they're undefeated and they're as lowly ranked as they are.
That was my other point for the initial playoff rankings. I thought BYU and I thought Indiana got hosed.
Yeah, not anymore.
Better not be. Better not. But like Indiana, I feel like Penn State and Tennessee being above Indiana, a little disrespectful.
A little bit. Still an undefeated team.
A little disrespectful. And then Washington State 49, Utah State 28. Good on Washington State.
Good on Washington State. I have nothing to say about Washington State because I still have yet to watch a Washington State game this entire year.
On to the NFL Thursday night chase. We had the Ravens at the Bengals. Classic Thursday night game. Ravens win it 35-34. Banger.
Didn't see a lick of this game.
I saw like bits and pieces. I was making a little dinner on Thursday, doing a little dinner time because usually, it's Thursday night football. It's usually not fantastic. This one turned out to be a banger, as I guess is the case. Lamar Jackson is just fire.
Yeah, he might be on for another MVP.
Panthers 20, Giants 17 in Germany. I don't know how you still have Daniel Jones employed.
I don't know how you have Brian Dable employed. I don't know how you have Joe Shane employed. They need to clean house completely.
Burn it down, start over. Shout out Carolina for getting another win.
Bryce Young, back-to-back wins, the first time in his NFL career.
Attaboy. Good for him. He needs something like this. Maybe that shakes off the demons.
Maybe.
Probably not, but maybe. Patriots 19, Bears 3. Talk about another guy that needs to get fired.
Yeah, Eberflus. needs to go. It's just a piss poor performance.
Yeah, this was disgusting. This was terrible. The offensive line is absolutely booty. I don't know how you let. I get it's Drake May. I understand this is a better Patriots team. I don't understand how you let this Patriots team score this much with how your offense has been looking. Like, with how your defense has been looking for most of the season as the Bears.
Yeah. And as bad as that Patriots offense has looked for the entire year.
Bills 30, Colts 20.
They just dropped the hammer on them. Man, it wasn't even that close. It was a garbage time touchdown for the Colts.
That's the Bills are playing some real good ball right now.
Yeah, they are. They're probably they're up there for best team in the AFC, though I still think they're a notch below the Ravens.
Chiefs 16, Broncos 14. They keep doing it. They keep playing these like super close games where they look bad and ugly. I'm just waiting for the playoffs to come around and the Chiefs to start dominating.
Someone's going to get them. I don't think they're going to go undefeated into the playoffs.
No shot. I don't think so. But damn, like they just keep doing it. It's not the refs, it's not anything. It's just they find a way.
Somehow they just keep pulling it out.
Saints 20, Falcons 17.
It took one of those really bad kicking days for the Saints to pull out another victory. We're garbage. This is also just a burn it down and start over situation.
Just burn down everything.
Yeah, dude. Just get coach, GM, trade Kamara, just start clearing house.
Yeah, probably at this point. 49ers 23, Bucks 20. Baker's trying to do everything.
Game. He had a hell of a play in that game where he was like doing the running stiff arm with Bosa on him and threw that completion. Tough loss for the Bucks. They got beat by the last second field goal after Moody had missed like 3.
I'm rooting for the Bucks. Actually, I am. I'm rooting for Baker hard.
Yeah.
Steelers 28, Commanders 27.
Russ is cooking, dude.
He's looking good.
The Steelers team looks good.
Yeah, Steelers are going to be. Watch it. This is the most because like we've had these Steelers teams get a lot of wins early on, but they've always seemed like false. They've seemed fake. This team seems legit.
They've got a pretty difficult stretch coming up where it's all like AFC North teams like back to back to back. We'll see where they are after that, but I think it's a playoff team.
I think so too. Vikings 12, Jaguars 7.
Let's go, John Parker Romo.
Yeah, baby. That's my boy. I love that man. Chargers 27, Titans 17. Herbert's kind of doing really good too now. I think Chase, you might have to admit Harbaugh's just a good coach.
I don't mind him as much in the NFL. I'm fine with him in the NFL. It's just when he's at Michigan is when he's just gross. But no, I think he's doing a good job as a coach. I think Herbert's playing extremely good ball right now. It's a sneaky good Chargers team.
Agreed. Eagles 34, Cowboys 6. Burn it. There's another team. Just burn it.
Yeah, there goes Coach Prime coming to Dallas next year.
If I can find odds on that, I might. Does he bring Shedeur with him?
Oh, totally. They totally draft Shedeur if they get Coach Prime.
They totally do. Cardinals 31, Jets 6.
I love it. I love every single thing about it. Just the more football games Aaron Rodgers loses, the fucking better.
And honestly, Kyler Murray's one of the most entertaining players to watch when he's cooking, dude.
Did you see him get lit up in this game, dude?
I did.
Amazing.
When Kyler Murray is on, he's so fun. Threw one of the best passes I've seen so far this season. It was beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lions get the dub over Houston. Jake Bates, baby.
They did not deserve to win this game, and somehow they still managed to pull it out, which is incredible.
5 interceptions for Jared Goff, and they win 26-23.
Still shook it off, won the game. That's look out, Chiefs. I think you got a tough team in the old NFC North that might have something to say about you walking to a Super Bowl.
This is like a Chiefs this season win too.
Yeah, it is.
Like, how many times has a quarterback thrown 5 INTs in one?
Oh, it can't be. It can't be many, if any.
I wouldn't think so. And then currently we're sitting fourth quarter really just starting. Dolphins up 17-9 on the Rams.
Well, we need the Rams to win so that every team in Florida loses this weekend.
I caught a little bit of the game beforehand. So Tua has 1 interception. If you watch the interception, he tried to tackle the guy who got the pick. Dove head first for the tackle, took a knee right to the dome.
If he doesn't care, why should we care?
Does he crave brain injuries?
Yes, 100% at this point.
I kind of respect it.
A little bit.
It kind of makes me like him more.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'm here for it. Also, I am rooting for the Dolphins, though, to get the L, because it would be very funny for every team in Florida to lose.
Yeah, it would.
Make history, Dolphins. Get the L here. Chase, any parting words for the people?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm feeling good, too. This has been a good week. It's been a good show. We love you guys. We'll see you next time for another episode of the Jimnasium. Bye-bye, everybody.